I think we saw a complete performance. I think a good one from the guys. They invested a lot. I think we even had a chance maybe for a second goal. That if we're honest with ourselves, we need to be a little sharper and a little more focused in the final third with our chances against good teams. And Miami is certainly a good team, maybe the best team. And against teams like that, if you do get chances, you need to finish them. Thankfully, we did finish one, but if we get the same types of chances next week in Miami, we need to be a little more ruthless in front of goal and take advantage of those moments because against good teams, you don't get a lot of them. Yeah, I think what we had told the players as far as tactical outlook and agenda, the players fulfilled that for the most part. I think didn't let up too much. At times you sag a little deep and you allow some shots from distance. That is impossible to defend completely. And maybe the odd foul too much around the box. But for the most part, we had things under control without the ball. How we like it.
Steve, you said after San Diego lost, kind of sometimes you see two versions of the team. I want to know what specifically you liked about the performance today for you guys, and just in general, controlling Messi is never an easy thing, but you seem to do a pretty good job at it tonight. How was that in your opinion?
Yeah, I think to clarify that statement, it would be there are LAFC performances where we are aggressive, engaged, and connected. And I think that was lacking in San Diego. Just shifting side to side, standing in straight lines, and not being aggressive and stepping and making life difficult for your opponent. And then is not going to work. And so I think tonight you saw the aggressive LAFC on the front foot. And how that works for us offensively is we're already in good spots when we play like that defensively, and then our offensive game sets up really nicely from there forth. I think another room for improvement or area of improvement I will discuss with the team is, once you get up in the score, it's tempting to just finish off with counterattacks, but it's also important to still occupy the opponent with with possession and keeping more possession in their half. And away from home, that's going to be extremely important. And so we had learned a hard lesson in Columbus. Fortunately, we didn't get knocked out in the last round, and we'll look to improve on that and learn from those mistakes and apply those next Wednesday.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Nathan Ordaz, you give him the start tonight. What was the decision-making behind that? And then obviously the goal, what did you see from him that you liked?
Yeah, we knew Nate would run for us, and with and without the ball, he worked extremely hard, understood what areas to press, what areas to occupy defensively, and his ability to run in behind comes natural to him. We knew that would also be a threat and a lot to handle for their center backs, and Nate did exactly that and came out with a good finish tonight. He was close against San Diego when he came on. He came in well, hit the post, I think, in the last couple of minutes, and so I was happy for Nate that this one went in.
To follow up on Andy's point, felt like Messi, his best chances were from free kicks tonight. What did you see from your team that you liked to shut him down?
Yeah, we were active. I think he always had a black jersey in front of him, and that's the point. You can't defend him, nor can you always shut down Jordi Alba, Busquets, or Suarez. And no disrespect to the other players on the team that have an unbelievable roster, but those guys are going to get a chance or two, and the only way to defend players of that quality and teams with that quality is with a collective effort. And I think our collective effort in getting numbers around their players and the critical areas was important. So we did a good job today.
Steve, on Nathan, what'd you make of the review of the foul and then him getting ultimately yellow, but potential red, and the confidence that you showed him to leave him in for 90 minutes with the yellow card? Just talk about, again, why you're trusting Nathan so much.
He's earned the trust. Trust is something you don't just give, you earn it, and Nate has earned that trust. He shows us in training. He's come on really well this season, worked hard in the off season, and he has taken his chance, and he's earned the right to play. Yeah, the scene, I was able to see it a little bit in the corner of my eye with the VAR screen. There's contact. contact prior to that from the opposing player. I applaud the decision not to send guys off the field, and I would say the same thing if it was the reverse. If it was a Miami player who was in question. I think those type of plays where it's not very clear and it's not a clear attempt to injure an opponent. I think we need to keep the players on the field as much as we can.
Hey, Steve, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
Thank you for taking the question. The atmosphere tonight, from what I've been able to see on TV, a lot of celebrities there, a lot of hype, a lot of energy. And people came out to see Messi, obviously, but they went home talking about Nathan, which is really cool for him. But what did you think of the atmosphere, and was it kind of crazy, or did your team feed on it, do you think?
Of course, it's a big game. It's the quarterfinals of the Champions Cup, a tournament we want to continue in, a tournament we'd like to go very far in, as does our opponent. Sure, the attraction to come out and see one of the world's greatest seems to be a hot ticket and easy to market, but yeah, I think just to comment on the atmosphere, it was electric, it was loud. A lot like a playoff match for LAFC. We haven't felt that in this building in a long time. Such a late kick with such an electric atmosphere. And yes, our players absolutely feed off that, and they rose to the occasion tonight.
Thank you.
Andrew Jones, your line should be open.
Yep. Thank you very much, Steve. Congratulations on the win. Just want to ask you how you felt about the communication with Eddie and Aaron and the center back and containing Luis, and if you were able to tell Nathan to not get wound up by their center backs and just stay calm and focus on the plan.
Yeah, both center backs were great. Eddie stepping into the pocket at times when their players are kind of in between our lines. He did a great job in his decision making and in playing aggressive, while at the same time protecting the space in behind. Aaron, much of the same, and both tried to play out of the back as well, and we were able to play out of some pressure moments, which again, I'll repeat myself, is going to be very important next week in Miami. And Nate is naturally a calm guy, doesn't get roused up too much, so I think staying calm is his default, which is great, but certainly it's not the first time that Nate has had to deal with adversity on the field, and yeah, he didn't boil over, and it takes a lot to get Nate in that spot, but yeah, we're proud of him tonight, and it's certainly a performance he should be happy with and can build on.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, thank you.